Family, work, health, money, freedom, nature, religion. Across the world, what do people say makes their lives meaningful? And do our answers change depending on where we live, how old we are, or what we've been through? The Pew Research Center actually asked this question. Nearly 19,000 adults from 17 different countries were invited to give their answer on what makes their life meaningful. And the answers are fascinating. First, the theme that stood out above all others was family. In 14 of the 17 different countries, family was ranked as the number one source of life meaning. In the survey, people spoke about spending time with their children or grandchildren, feeling a sense of pride of their relatives' accomplishments, and also wanting to improve the world in some way for their offspring. Work was ranked at number 2 for life meaning. This meant that generally people ranked their work as being more important than friends, health, and community. Is it just me, or does this seem a little bit sad? Interestingly, Italians ranked work as being equally important as family. Meanwhile, in South Korea, barely anyone, 6% to be exact, mentioned their career. And of course, money and material well-being came up. In South Korea, material well-being was actually ranked as the number one source of life meaning. But the idea of material well-being ranged widely. For some, it meant food being on the table and no debt, and for others, it meant having the freedom to travel, buying a motorbike, or going on a holiday. If you were wondering, material well-being was ranked globally at number 3. Could this be a sign that we are so materialistic now that we care more about materialistic things than we do about our friends, our health, a sense of community? Another big one, health, including both mental health and physical health. In Spain, nearly half of all the people said that their main source of life meaning is their health, the highest across all 17 countries. But in Taiwan, only 6% mentioned their health. For some, specific health problems cause them to value their health, such as one American woman who said, "God gave me life, He pulled me through cancer, life is precious, and we only have one chance at it." Others noted that health is just generally important, such as still breathing or being healthy. Exercise and a healthy lifestyle were also emphasized as an important source of life meaning. Surprising differences. This is where the differences between the countries get interesting. In Taiwan, the top answer wasn't family or work. It was society itself. People there praised safe streets, strong democracy, and easy access to healthcare. Meanwhile, in the US, religion played a much bigger role than anywhere else. About 15% of Americans mentioned God or faith, compared to less than 5% elsewhere. And in countries like New Zealand and the UK, nature was a surprisingly big source of life meaning. People talked about running under blue skies or living close to a forest or the sea. Age also mattered. Younger people were more likely to say that hobbies, education, and friends gave their life a sense of meaning. Older people, they were more likely to focus on retirement, health, and even life challenges. And political views also mattered. In the US, conservatives were more likely to say that independence and freedom gave their lives meaning, whereas liberals were more likely to talk about nature, friends, or hobbies. So what does all of this tell us? That life meaning is both universal and personal. We all need to feel like our lives matter in some way. And while it seems that family is universally a source of life meaning, we also tend to vary a lot in terms of how much we value all the other things, such as education, work, material well-being, nature, hobbies. But the really interesting thing about life meaning is that it doesn't just help us feel better about ourselves, it's also really important to our mental health, our resilience, life expectancy, physical health. So this research wasn't just about asking about different sources of life meaning, it was also about uncovering some of the fundamental things about human well-being. What about you? If someone were to ask you right now, what gives your life meaning, what would be your answer? Be sure to leave your answer in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.